Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, good Tuesday morning, everyone. As we wake up, we're looking at mostly clear skies. We do have a couple of high clouds building in across north and central Utah, and that will be the case as we go throughout the day. But that's not going to stop our friend, the sunshine, from really shining on through there. We've got temperatures right now outside the studios at about 73 degrees currently. As we look at some of the numbers in your neighborhood, we've got temperatures as cool as 48 degrees up towards Logan. We've got 53 in Heber, 64 in Price, 64 in Delta as well. Temperatures in the 50s from Milford down towards Cedar City. We've got 64 in Blanding and 69 degrees in Moab. Temperatures in the mid-70s in St. George over towards Lake Powell. As you look at your forecast for today, that hazy sunshine is going to be the main theme, especially for areas along and east of I-15, where we'll see new bouts of haze and smoke getting kicked and lofted up into the air as we go throughout today. High temperatures will be into the mid to upper 90s across the northern half of the state. We'll call it mid-90s across central portions of the state, and some triple digits sprinkled in across the far south and west. Now, as I mentioned, we've got that smoke and haze. That's the big deal, especially east of I-15, where we have some pretty widespread particulate matter that's out there. That's the mess that you see from all that smoke and haze that's in the air, and that can cause some respiratory issues out there. So it's fairly light as you get down towards most of the area here, but notice we get into that unhealthy range once you get towards the Uintas there, as it gets kind of trapped there at the valley areas of the mountains. And so just keep that in mind if you're going to be out and about. As far as any relief goes from that smoke, not looking at a lot of relief. You can see this morning we're waking up to some fairly widespread smoke out there with that southwesterly flow. We lose a good bit of that smoke as we go into the afternoon hours. But look what happens to the south and west. Both the Monroe fire and the fires in Arizona send fresh smoke off towards the north and east as we go throughout the next 12 to 24 hours. So even though we try to see a little bit of improvement during the day, we're going to see more of that smoke and haze continue to make its way on in over the next 24 hours. Along with the smoke and haze, we're also still tracking that critical fire danger out there. We still have that high risk of critical fire concerns when you add in the ingredients of the hot temperatures, low humidity levels, the dry vegetation, and those gusty southwesterly winds. So that's a problem that we're watching for in southwestern Utah today, where we have those fire weather warnings from Richfield down towards Loa, over towards Escalante, Milford, back down towards Cedar City. But keep in mind, as we go into the next 24 hours, we're going to see those winds picking up out of the south and west. And you combine that with even drier air working in with the southwest wind flow across most of the state, and areas along and back to the west of I-15, we'll see that elevated fire threat here as we go into your Wednesday. So if you're thinking about doing some recreating out for your Wednesday, be aware that we are talking about a more widespread fire concern as we go throughout the day on Wednesday. Otherwise, we could use some precipitation. We've only picked up a little under 0.2 of an inch of precipitation in Salt Lake City this month. We typically average just shy of 0.5 inch, so we are well below average. I don't see a lot of rain in the forecast. Slim chance of a high base isolated shower in the Uintas as we go throughout this afternoon, but most of us are breezy and dry, and we stay breezy and dry as we go into your Wednesday across the state. But there is some monsoon moisture to our south and east. Some of that may try to sneak into eastern and southeastern Utah, but it's going to be a very slim chance. But there could be an isolated storm or two by the time we get towards your Thursday afternoon there. The overall theme, though, is drier than average conditions continuing across the Beehive State, sadly, so that's not going to help the fire risk. If there's any good news, maybe that we may see this above average trend shade off just a little bit, and we may try to sneak in a little below average weather by the time we get towards the beginning of August. We'll see how that plays out, but that's about the only change we've got for you in the near term. St. George, breezy sunshine, triple-digit heat here over the next 7 days. Rain chances slim to none. The Wasatch Front, mostly sunny skies, a few high clouds from time to time, temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, but look at that, next week, maybe only in the low 90s.